Alkali Dalkali, ladies and gentlemen. That was a Simpsons reference. For this one right here, I'm going to do scenario J as an example. So scenario J is off limits for you to do on your budget, okay? So I'm going to read that one out loud right now. You and your spouse have never talked about finances since you have been married 2 years ago. Things have always worked themselves out. Recently, you have found out that your spouse did not pay federal taxes for 8 years when they were single. Now this is directly impacting your life. You have had a job making $50,000 and your spouse has made $40,000. Your spouse will be paying a third of their earnings to the IRS now. Your yearly income has just dropped from $90,000 to $75,000. Okay? There is a class set of calculators that you are free to use, but please make sure that you return them at the end of every class. I am subtracting. I wanted to make sure it was $15,000, which I was correct. You guys will need to make a budget. The class calculators, I need those back at the end, and I need a total of 21, so hopefully somebody will take responsibility there. Today you'll be participating in a budget activity. You will be given a family and an annual income, and then use that income information to create a monthly budget. And that's based off of this scenario. So some of you won't necessarily have kids, some of you will. In the situation of this one, we have $75,000 to work with, okay? So how many are in your family total? There's 2 of us. I'm actually going to scroll up for a sec. So let's see here. There's the first page. I'm going to put 75,000 just over here onto the side so that I know that that's the total amount that I'm working for. So how many are in your family total? 2 of us. How much does your family make yearly? $75,000. Get rid of that. How much does your family make monthly? Well, let's see. Like it says here, take 75,000 and divide it by 12. And that gives us 6,250. You guys notice too how I'm including my dollar sign. I need you to make sure that you're including your symbols because we need to make sure what appropriate units we're working with. Now that you know your monthly budget, it's time for you to decide how your money is spent. So, this is where the goods and services. So I'll come back here in just a sec, but this is where the goods and services chart comes into play. So given the fact that, well, I'm only making about $6,250 a month, it is probably very likely that I should go with either a house or an apartment. I think I'm going to choose a house because I want to make this somewhat as realistic to my life budget as the scenario. So going back up here. All right. So I believe, according to the scenario, that was $1,000 a month, according to the goods and services. So therefore, that is $12,000 a year. And again, I'm just basically going off the goods and services chart, and I'm calculating based off of this. The last thing I will say before I set you guys loose to fill out the rest of this, common sense, and then keep in mind how many months are in a year, how many weeks are within a month. 12 months within a year, 4 weeks within every month. That's how you're going to calculate breakdown as well as add up. So that is the most common thing to keep in mind while you're calculating the rest of this. Good luck, and hopefully your guest teacher can help you out. If not, there are a ton of resources in this classroom, meaning you and your classmates. So let's be a community on this one and work together so that we can all find success.